Good day, everyone. Welcome to our discussion for today. We will be having a new lesson, and that is quartile for the ungrouped data. And I am your teacher, Miss AIZA for this 10th grade discussion. All right, start with, let us have first an overview of our activity for today. Okay. As you can see, we have here a map wherein we will be facing a few challenges for us to be able to explore the quartile world. Alright, now, since we have here 3 challenges, these are the basic challenges. Of course, we will also be facing the boss and our mega boss. Alright, so let's start with our Whoa challenge. Challenge number 1. What I need to know. At the end of the lesson, or at the end of the session, you are expected to calculate the quartiles of ungrouped data. Alright, so we have finished our first challenge, which is to know our topic for today. Now, since our challenge 1 is over, let's go to our challenge number 2. Yahoo! Alright, so for challenge number 2, this will be a problem posing activity. So let's read first our problem. A group of students obtained the following scores in their statistics quiz. We have 8, 2, 5, 4, 8, 5, 7, 1, 3, 6, and 9. Now, observe how the lower quartile, which is the Q1, the middle quartile, which is the Q2, and the upper quartile, which is the Q3 of the scores are obtained. The next slide will tell us to complete the statement that follows. Alright, now, this is the first introduction that we will have for our quartile. So let us understand how quartile works by looking at the following activities. For the first challenge, what we need to do is to arrange the following figures in ascending order. Alright, so since we arrange our digits or the number in ascending order, we have to look at how many numbers we have. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now, how do we obtain the middle part or the median of this given numbers? First, why did I ask the median on this topic? That is because the second quartile, which is also the median or the middle number of this observation, is obtained by observing the position of 5, which is in the middle of the numbers from 1 to 9. So looking at it, we have here our middle quartile or the median or the middle number is also considered as our quartile 2 or the Q2. Now, since we identified our Q2 here, the remaining quartile for the lower quartile and the upper quartile are located on the 2 sides of our middle quartile. So let's start with the next one, which is our first quartile, that is 3. Now, how do we obtain 3 as our middle quartile? So we obtain that by observing the position of 3, which is in the middle of the numbers 1 to 5. So looking at our illustration here, you can see that from 1 to 5, the middle number is the 3. Now, this 3 here is considered as our Q1 or our lower quartile. Now, since we identified the lower and the middle quartile, what else should we be looking for? That is our upper quartile. And basing on the illustrations from the given, we can say that the third quartile, A8, is obtained by, of course, observing the position of 8, which is in the middle of 6 and 9. Alright, so we have the Q3 or the upper quartile. So, based on these challenges, tell me your observations. For the rethinking part, so I have above here, we have the rethinking part. I want you to answer the 4 questions that follows. Okay? Number 1, how did you find the activity? Number 2, what are the observations that you have about the quartile? Question number 3, is it easy to find the desired quartile? And question number 4, how was each value obtained? Now, let me know your answer. Write them on a piece of paper, take a picture, and send it to me through email or by messenger. Okay, so Whoa Challenge and Yahoo Challenge are all done. It's time for our Yippee Challenge. Let's go to challenge number 3. Okay, Yippee Challenge, which is our challenge number 3, comprises the following. The quartile for the ungrouped data. The quartiles are the score points which divide the distribution into 4 equal parts. 25% of the distribution are below the first quartile, 50% are below the second quartile, and 75% are below the third quartile. Quartile 1 is called the lower quartile, and quartile 3 is the upper quartile. Quartile 2 is greater than quartile 1, but less than quartile 3, where quartile 2 is nothing but the median. The difference between quartile 3 and quartile 1 is called the interquartile range. Since the second quartile is equal to the median, the steps in the computation of the median by identifying the median class is the same as the steps in identifying the quartile 1 and the quartile 3 class. If there are n number of observations in a set of data, then Q, K, or quartile 1, 2, and 3 can be identified by, number 1, arranging the data in ascending or increasing order. Number 2, by finding the location L of Q sub K or quartiles 1, 2, and 3 using the formula L is equal to K over 4 times the quantity of n plus 1, where K is the desired quartile and n is the total number of data, and L must be round off to the nearest integer. L is the location of your quartile. Alright, now for our challenge 3.1, this is still under challenge PP. Now let's try some exercises for us to further apply our knowledge or what we have learned from the discussion above. The owner of a coffee shop recorded the amount of sales in his cafe each hour in a day. The results were 400, 1,000, 1,200, 900, 1,600, 1,700, 5,800, 1,800, 1,300, and 1,100. Find the lower quartile and upper quartile of the data. Now for the lower quartile, arrange first the data in increasing order. That is, our first number is 400 up to our last digit or last number, which is 1,800. Step 2 is using our formula, which is L is equal to K over 4 times the quantity of n plus 1, where in our given, K is equal to 1 and n is equal to 11 because there are 11 elements in that observation. Now, substituting K and N to our given, we have L is equal to 1/4 times the quantity of 11 plus 1. So 11 plus 1 is 12, multiplied to our 1/4, we have 12 over 4, or L is equal to 3. So from our computation, since L is equal to 3, the lower third or the lower quartile is the third element, which is 800. Therefore, Q sub 1 is equal to 800. Now this means that 25% of the sales is lower than or equal to 800 pesos. So looking at our illustration on the given, so we have there third location or third element is 800 pesos. For the upper quartile or the Q3, again, the same step with our quartile 1, arrange the data in increasing order. So as you can see on our table there. Alright, now as we move on to the step 2, the owner again of the coffee shop recorded the sales and we have arranged them in ascending order. So let's proceed to the substitution of our formula, which is L is equal to K over 4 times the quantity of N plus 1. Now this time, since we're looking for the upper class or the Q3 or quartile 3, we have K, which is equal to 3, and N the same, 11. Now, substituting that, we have L is equal to 3/4 times the quantity of 11 plus 1, that is 12, times 3 over 4, which is 36 over 4, that is, the location is on the 9th place. Now, therefore, upon computation, we have the upper quartile is the 9th data element, which is 1,600. So the location 9 is Q3 or the quartile 3, which is 1,600, and that means 75% of the sales is lower than or equal to 1,600. So looking at our table, you can see that 9th location is 1,600. Alright, we are now back. We are done with the 3 challenges for our guide to the quartile world. Now, after conquering all the challenges, we have to face the boss challenge. Okay, you may pause the video while answering the boss challenge for 5 minutes. Alright, start. Okay, now, if you are done conquering the boss challenge, we still have another challenge for you, which is the mega boss. Okay, so perform the task in each of the given situations below, then answer the question that follows. You're given 10 minutes to complete the mega boss challenge. Okay, so again, you may pause the video to be able to do this in 10 minutes. And since we have finished our mega boss challenge, so we have here, the boss is out. Thank you so much for listening today. Don't forget to study your lessons and to keep on learning every day. This has been your teacher, Miss AIZA, saying, see you around.